Hi, I'm Lewis, also known as Skeffels, and I've been making games as a hobby for quite a while now. I share my games with friends and family, and recently I've started creating devlogs for my latest game, a tower defense game called Project Torrent. I've been using Monogame to do this, but why? There are plenty of other great game development platforms out there. They might even have better tools, easier workflows, and more documentation. I've tried most of the mainstream game development platforms, and for me as a software programmer, I feel that Monogame just clicked. Whilst I enjoy creating games, I also have a deep interest in game systems such as collision detection and particle systems. Working with Monogame lets me experiment with these game systems and expand my C# knowledge in a way that just developing a game with a standard engine wouldn't. And in here lies the answer to what game development platform you should be using. You should consider what level of experience you have, what disciplines you're interested in, and what you want from game development. For me, Monogame fulfills my answers to all of these questions. My experience is good. I'm a software developer with over 10 years of experience with coding. I'm really interested in all of the game development coding disciplines, from game content to engine features. I find it fascinating building up systems to be used in games. And as for game development, I just want to build something fun, something I can share with friends and family. Monogame suits me, but it may be completely wrong for you. You might not be as strong a programmer, you might be more interested in creating art or sound for games. You may even want to have huge commercial success with game development. So what other options are there? I'm going to take you through 4 popular game engines, mention my experience with them, and the type of person I'd recommend each to. First we've got GameMaker. GameMaker holds a special place for me. It's the first game development tool I used, and I learnt to program with it. I spent a lot of my teenage years using it to develop fun games and eventually started making my own development tools with it. Whilst it's changed quite a lot over the years since I used it, I think those changes are for the better and give it a much more professional feel. I highly recommend it to everyone, especially beginners that want to try out game development and might be a little intimidated by code. It has a simple drag and drop system which has plenty of online help, and after a short while of using it you'll realise you've learnt how to program and you'll be able to try out its language, GML, to create a more detailed game. The next engine I want to mention is Godot, and Godot is the only engine that I don't have any hands-on experience with, so everything I say might be complete and utter horseshit. It feels relatively new in the game engine world, but has managed to gain a fantastic reputation. From what I can tell, it's great for everyone, especially if you're interested in creating a 2D game. It supports multiple languages, and it has its own scripting language that should be fairly easy to pick up. And it also has brilliant support for Linux because it's developed on it. It's definitely on my radar to try out one day. Next, Unity. Unity seems to be huge in the YouTube game development community. It feels like about 90% of the videos I see are from Unity developers, and there's a good reason for that. As well as being a great game engine, Unity provides a lot of additional features to help its developers. For example, there's Unity ads, there's the asset store, and they've got so much documentation. I've got limited experience with Unity, using it for some game jams a few years ago. I highly recommend it for basic to intermediate game developers that want to focus on creating a commercial game with lots of content. Unreal is the last engine I want to mention. This is another engine that I have limited experience with, only really using it for university projects. However, I really enjoyed using it, partly because I think that I had a lot of similar skills that I'd learned with the source Hammer editor that could be transferred to Unreal. I'd highly recommend Unreal for those with an intermediate knowledge of game development and want to create a 3D game. In my opinion, Unreal is the most cutting edge engine of all of these, and its blueprint system is amazing and it helps new developers get into using it. So there we go. Ask yourself what level of experience you have with game development, what disciplines you're interested in, and what you want from game development. Then choose a platform and try making a game with it. If that platform doesn't click with you, then try out another. Now of course there are plenty more engines out there, these are just the ones I have experience with and are easy to get hold of. If you're thinking about starting game development, grab one of these and give it a go. Game development is a great hobby that I highly recommend. Thanks for watching this video. I've been meaning to start creating additional videos alongside my regular devlogs for a while now. Remember to click the like button if you enjoyed the video, comment any feedback, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you and goodbye.